Hello, Elevate fam! Kuya Onat back at it again with this week's Live the Verse. So, kamusta naman kayo? Stress week ba? So, sana you're doing well there, kapatid. And you know, this week's memory verse will be some kind of continuation with last week's memory verse, found in 1 Peter chapter 1. As we dive into our text, it says there in verses 15 to 16, "But just as He who called you is holy, so be holy in all you do. For it is written, be holy because I am holy." Puro holy, no? But to give you a review on the background of this is a circular letter authored by Peter and composed by Silvanus for the churches in a Roman province that time, which is Asia Minor, the modern-day Turkey. That time, Peter, who was a key leader in the early churches, was in Rome and learned how the Christians, where majority are Gentiles, are being persecuted by their Roman and Greek neighbors. So Peter wrote this to encourage them in the midst of their sufferings. At the beginning of the letter, despite being Gentiles, Peter greeted them as God's people, as chosen and exiled people, just like the family of Abraham in the Old Testament. This is to remind the suffering non-Jewish Christians that through Jesus, they became part of this family. And just like the Israelites, they are misunderstood, persecuted, and looking forward to the promised land. And last week, we are reminded that we are born again through Jesus, giving us a new living hope. And in fact, this new hope helps us to understand the sufferings as they burn down false hopes. The gift of sufferings and persecutions helps us focus on the only true hope, which is on the returning King Jesus. So as part of this new family with new identity, Peter continued to use Old Testament images and applied it to these Christian Gentiles. And on these verses, it's actually a callback to Leviticus 11 verses 44, when God said, "I am the Lord your God, consecrate yourselves and be holy because I am holy." During these times, I know it's really hard to be set apart, to be holy. Maybe it's because of the injustices, peer pressures, and world trends that we just tend to do the same thing everybody does. But as Christians, this should not be the case. As part of the new family of Christ, remember that we are called to be salt and light to the world. Our Father in heaven is holy and desires you to be set apart as well. And as an obedient children, we should not conform to the pattern of this world and go back to live in ignorance as before. Yes, we will suffer and be persecuted to the point that the people around us might become hostile as we go against the tide of the world and as we stand firm to our faith. But remember, these sufferings will only deepen our faith in Him and help us focus on the greatest hope we have, Jesus. So, what are you waiting for? Let's memorize scripture and live it out.